Hi Dr. Fleck, this is my submission for our last video assignment together regarding global marketing, and as always we have a few questions to answer. The first is provide a summary of your understanding of the standardization and adaptation approaches to global marketing. So let's get started. So the standardization and adaptation approaches in general both deal with the 4 P's of marketing, or the marketing mix. So these include product, price, place, and promotion. So in general, standardization refers to using the same or similar advertising methods and messages across differing countries or areas, but adaptation refers to using different marketing and advertising messages in separate markets. So marketing mix activities are affected by the approaches used, whether it be standardization or adaptation. With the adaptation approach, products are affected by and tailored to government regulations, cultural differences, consumer standards, and users' habits. Prices are also altered when using an adaptation approach, and it is adapted to what that market that you're going into needs. And lastly, promotion is determined and affected by customer satisfaction and cultural differences and other environmental factors that could affect that product. With the standardization approach, products are cost effective, the price is a low risk strategy, and it has a fixed return which is guaranteed to bring money back to the firm. No true effort is made to maximize either profits or sales, and all of these messages are just standard straight across the board. One thing that the 2 approaches have in common is place, which is affected by the nature of the market, the customer characteristics, and the nature of the product, culture, and laws that will affect this product. The second question that we have to answer is, imagine you are the marketing manager for a U.S. manufacturer of disposable diapers. Your firm is considering entering the Brazilian market. Your CEO believes that the marketing message that has been effective in the U.S. will also suffice in Brazil. Outline some possible objections to this. So as we've previously noted in our class, specifically I think it was chapter 4, something that greatly affects globalization is cultural differences, and this could be in any aspect of business. And for this particular topic, they can affect the firm's marketing strategy and marketing mix. So households in Brazil have a median annual income of $35,042, which is less than the median annual income of U.S. citizens, which is $61,937. Going back about 20 years to 1997, Brazilians had a median annual income of around $4,000. And for them, disposable baby diapers were seen as a luxury, and only the wealthy had them. For many people in Brazil, this still stands true. However, wealthy Brazilians have been coming over to the U.S., specifically to Florida, to many discount outlets and stores, and one of the top commodities that they're buying is disposable baby diapers. I actually saw that on an article from Business Insider. So the question at hand is about how the CEO of a company I work for believes that the advertising message that we're using in the U.S. will also suffice in Brazil. However, the standardization approach will not suffice in a Brazilian market. The penetration rate of a U.S.-based company, highest penetration rate into their market was 13%, meaning that they were found in only 13% of households throughout Brazil. So to succeed in the Brazilian disposable diaper market, we actually need to use a globalization approach, and if we don't tailor our product to the Brazilian consumers' needs, then this could be one of the oppositions by the Brazilian people and can kind of oust our company out of Brazil. But specifically not using a globalization approach, especially regarding our advertising message, could affect how our product succeeds within the Brazilian market. And if we tailored our message to Brazilian consumers and what they need and what they're looking for, like a more cost-friendly disposable diaper, it can actually help us to gain more of a market presence and hopefully beat out our competitors. The final question we have to answer for this discussion is, your CEO believes that you could delegate pricing decisions to local managers in Brazil. Why might this be a good idea, and why might this be bad? So in general, pricing is one of the strongest drivers of a firm's profitability, and the strategy you use for pricing varies from firm to firm. One thing we could earn by utilizing delegating our pricing decisions to local managers is just an overall better use of local knowledge. So as our company is growing, more and more local knowledge needs to be processed in order to manage the business and help us be more successful. It is very unlikely that the top managers in our company have this local knowledge, so delegating pricing decisions to local managers can help with a faster response to issues because local managers can react to a changing environment more quickly than top management can. Top management can also focus their attention elsewhere when we delegate the pricing decisions to these local managers. However, local managers can't jump into a decision as big as pricing. They have to practice on smaller decisions. So, managers are likely to be frustrated if they can only implement the decisions that others are making and never have the satisfaction of making their own decisions and seeing them carried out. So this satisfaction can be an important motivational reward for managers, but delegating local pricing to managers can have drawbacks as well. One of the most notable drawbacks of this is that local managers can make decisions that are not in the best interest of the firm, and also not in the best interest of the top managers and our company's shareholders. In addition to this, there's also a possibility that poor decisions are made based on incomplete information. You are also ceding over authority to some of the day-to-day activities your company is carrying out. And there's also a possibility that local managers have differing agendas than the company itself does.